everybody, welcome back to Jenny's Random. We are in my kitchen right now. Am I on camera? We are in my kitchen right now. So it is fall and y'all know how I feel about fall. So I decided to try a quick bread recipe because I was at work and I was talking to some co-workers about wanting to try to make my own bread at home. I've never tried it before, so this is going to be interesting. So I found an easy recipe on Google. And this website is called Butter with a Side of Bread. So I just found this really easy recipe and went ahead on I think some grocery website and ordered the stuff. I mean, well, I typically keep flour on hand, but I didn't have any. I don't typically keep yeast on hand. I'm scrolling, I'm sorry, to try to find the recipe I'm using. Because I really wanted to try it this weekend. It is getting cool outside. There's something about the fall that makes me want to be in the kitchen trying all kind of things. So, why did we do 1 cup? I thought it said, wait, is this the? Oh, this is bread machine. All right, 1 second. I gotta find a real recipe. Okay, it was right. I scrolled too far down, so I was looking at the turn the water on and just do 2 cups. I scrolled too far down and was looking at the bread machine one. So this is the proper. I hope I have enough flour because I didn't measure this. So it calls for 2 cups of warm water, which Jackie is getting. Then it calls for a 1/2 cup of white sugar. This is a 1/4 cup, so we need another 1/2 cup. And I don't have so much sugar, but thankfully I had enough. So 1/2 cup of white sugar, 1.5 tablespoons of dry active yeast, which is here. Oh, I hope it didn't spill. You spilled any? Oh, you poured it in here? All right, 1.5 tablespoons of dry active yeast. We're using Fleischmann's active dry yeast. 1.5 teaspoons of salt. So I gotta get the salt. That. So the salt. And what else? Vegetable oil. What I have here? Sit it down. Vegetable oil. And 5 to 6 cups of all-purpose flour. So we have all the ingredients. I need to take a break because I just broke some glass, and then we will get started. All right, gang, here we are, and these are the ingredients. So the first thing it's telling us to do, I should have had a stand for this. The first thing it's telling us to do is to add the sugar, to dissolve the sugar into the warm water. Mama, get a whisk. Get the whisk. Get a whisk. All right, go ahead and whisk that. I'll move it closer. Here you go. Whisk it. All right, so Jackie's gonna whisk that together. Go ahead, whisk it. Don't get too, just dissolve it. Go ahead. Sugar, then stirring yeast. So it's dissolving?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's done dissolving.
Huh? Alright, so now we're going to add the yeast. Go ahead. And in the meantime, I'm going to get the salt. Where did I put the measuring spoons?
Over here.
Alright, there we go. So it also calls for, and I'm sorry, this is like impromptu bread making video because this is our first time. There we go, 1.5 teaspoons of salt. I'm gonna put it in this one. All right. Impromptu bread making, just because I wanted to try it. One of my co-workers, or not a co-worker, but we kind of work at the same work site. He was talking to me about making an easy bread recipe. I wanted to try it. So here we are doing this. Now, what else it says? So this should proof after 5 minutes. and it's $11.49. So we're gonna let that hang out. And so after the 5 minutes, we should mix in the salt and the oil. Nothing seems to be happening with this yeast. Is it warm enough? Warm.
Yeah, it's warm.
I don't know. You should have had that water on hotter than that. I don't know. We're going to let this hang out. And after 5 minutes, we'll come back to see how the yeast is doing. All right, gang. We're back. And it doesn't look like this did anything. But I'm going to keep going. Because I've seen recipes where they didn't go through the proofing stage. So we're just going to keep the ball rolling. Hopefully we come out with a loaf of bread instead of a bowl of dough at the end of this. So now it's said to add the salt. Whoops. And the oil. And mix that in. Can Mama take these, please? Put them in the sink. And the salt we got me, so I'm gonna move that out the way. And it says add in the flour 1 cup at a time. So that's what we're gonna do. And now we're going to go in with the hands and hopefully not make a colossal mess. What's it say? After I add the flour and the
Cover with a damp cloth.
No, after I add the flour, it says what?
Knead dough for 7 minutes.
Okay.
Place in an oil bowl and turn the dough to coat.
All right, gang. We're just gonna move on to kneading. Ooh. All right, so we're gonna knead this baby for 7 minutes and then see how it goes. I started off with a clean surface. That's why it's important to make sure you get everything set up. Especially if you're new to doing something like this, you want to make sure your surfaces are clean. All right. I don't know what I'm looking for here, but I know I saw in one recipe it says until it's like smooth. And I think that's pretty smooth. Let me see that bowl. So I just have a bowl with some olive oil on the bottom. Do we have plastic wrap over there? But this is my bowl of dough, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get the oil all over. And I'm gonna cover it. I need to rinse my hands though. All right, gang, so here it is, my bread dough. And hopefully after a little while, or after about an hour, it will rise. I know they said cover with a towel, but I've seen people use saran wrap. I don't know. We just want to go with the saran wrap. Go with what I think is right. This is a real first timers recipe, or first timers attempt at making bread. So it's covered with the saran wrap. I'm gonna get my counter all cleaned up and let this rise. What time is it? It's 12:09. So I guess around 1 o'clock. Hey gang, I lost some footage, but we went ahead and let it rest for an hour and continued with the following instructions. Should I not? It says punch dough down, knead for another minute, divide in half, shape into loaves, and place into 2 greased 9 by 5 inch pans. Allow to rise 30 minutes or till dough has risen up 1 inch above the pan. So we'll see how this goes. All right, gang, so here it is, the final rise. It said let it rise to 1 inch over the pan, but I don't see that happening. So we're just gonna bake it as is. It did spread out like lengthwise. This one is a bit smaller than this one, but it is what it is. This is trial and error. Okay, we tried to do the best we can with the instructions, and it being my first time baking, so baking a loaf of bread. Anyway, we're just gonna get these into the oven. The oven is set to 350 degrees, and it is supposed to go in for 30 to 40 minutes. So I'm gonna do that, and then we'll come back with the finished product. Okay, gang, we are headed back to the kitchen. Yay! If I could describe the smell in this house, oh my God, it's insane. It smells so good. I don't know, y'all. It's just something in my spirit that say this is the right thing to do. Whoops, bumping the camera. Just a little something. All right, here we go. You can put that back, Mama. So this is the final product. I thought it was gonna come out more like loaf bread, like more like, you know, smooth on the top. So I guess I gotta figure out really how to finesse the dough, make it be smooth on the top and whatever. But I knew it was gonna break apart just because I saw slits in the dough before I baked it. And look at that. This is, oh, it's very crusty, but it feels like it's gonna, oh, it feels like it's gonna be soft on the inside. I don't know. It says let it hang out for 10 to 15 minutes, y'all, but the way it smells is delightful. Do we wait the 10 minutes? Do we wait the 10 minutes? Jackie is saying no. Do we wait? The pan is not hot anymore, so this is not a bread knife. Let's see. Oh, it feels soft. It's nice and warm. Wow, look at that. Yes. What, you want to take a piece? Huh. Let's see. It's still very hot. Yeah. I think it's only been like 5 minutes. Enough for me to change my camera battery. Oh. And this will make a good sandwich. It's a nice, simple flavor, just plain, you know what I mean? But, oh God, it's good. The fact that we made it, let's give me a high five. You want to butter it? Okay. That's right, girl. Let me see. Let me taste a little butter on it. Yeah, we ain't even going to bother to be classy. And, you know, we just going to use the whole stick of butter and rub it on. Oh, it's so fat. But it's so good. Nice homemade bread, and the smell in the house is just, it's unmatched. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed our little video here, our little bread making. It was just an impromptu video in typical, you know, the channel. Y'all know the fact of how we do it over here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope you guys will give this a try if you don't bake, or if you do bake, drop a better recipe or a link or whatever you can below. I'll check it out and I'll try it right here on the channel. Anyway, I will see y'all on the next one. Bye.